Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to create VMs in Azure with PowerShell. So what will you need? You'll need an Azure account, resource group, and available vCPU in the region. Now don't worry, if you don't know how to create a resource group, I'll show you how to do it in this video. Alright, we'll start by going to our portal.azure.com. Wait for that to load. First thing is we'll create a resource group. So we'll go to resource groups, and if you can't find it, you can always search for it right here and just resource groups. It'll take you to the same place. We'll hit create, and I only have one subscription, so that's good. AzureDemo 1. And then you can select your region. I'm going to select US East, and then we're going to go to next. Tags. I don't have any tags I want to apply. We'll go ahead and validate this resource group. Validation's passed. All right, we'll go ahead and hit create. Now, this first command I'm going to show you guys is going to be for a VM that has a password and everything. So I'll go ahead and just create a VM really quick. We'll go to this icon right here. It's called CloudShell. It'll pull up a PowerShell command prompt. It's going to load the terminal. All right. Now we'll clear this. Now we'll go ahead and paste the command, and you can find this command down in the description down below. So we'll go here first and kind of explain what this command does, not just so you're not just going around running commands without knowing what they do. So our resource group is actually AzureDemo 1. That is the resource group name. We're going to call it Demo VM1. That's good enough. And this is the image we're going to select, Win 2019 Data Center. Now this is going to create a VM with admin username, and the username is going to be azureuser, and our admin password is going to be AzureDemo at 919 ! All right, looks good to me. Go ahead and run it. All right, and so it's going to take a couple seconds to run, so I'll continue after it's done and running. All right, so now I'm back. It went ahead and created the VM. It's in a running state. This is the private address it allocated, and this is the public address it allocated, and here is the resource group in which it allocated. So we open a new window up. We can go down to virtual machines, and again, if you can't find it, just look for it up here, virtual machines, and it should pop up. Now we've got one demo VM, the one we created in our subscription and our Azure demo. We can also see it if we go to resource groups and go to Azure Demo resource group, and it should be right here. As you can see, it created the disk, allocated a disk, a network security group. It created the public IP, added a NIC, and then a virtual network. We click on the actual VM. We can hit connect, and we can now RDP into this VM. So it'll use the public address, and then we can rest assured we can connect successfully. If we go to networking, you'll see this network security group has this as allow. So I'll go ahead and connect to it really quick just so I can show you guys. Hit download RDP file, hit open, do not ask again. And we can't use our default account. This is my default account. We go to more choices, choose a different account. We can use AzureUser, and then we can actually use the password that we set. So AzureDemo at 919. I'm going to delete this VM afterwards. So if you try to hack it, then go for it. Anyway, go hit OK. It'll tell you about the certificate. Hit yes, and it'll connect to your VM. So it will go ahead and load. We'll leave that one running. Now, there's a different way of creating another VM. You can actually go to plug up your CloudShell again. I'll show you. Here's Azure Demo V. We'll call it Demo 2. Oh, actually, sorry, that's the resource group names. We'll call it Demo VM2. Location's actually East US with no spaces, you can see, and we'll use the same image. And we'll hit enter. Now here, since we didn't specify the username and the password, it's going to actually prompt us for one. So we'll call it AzureUser, and we'll use the same password. So we'll use AzureDemo 919 and hit enter. So it's going to use the default size, standard DS2v3, which is fine with our resource. We'll come back after it's deployed and I'll show you in a second. All right, our VM finally finished. Created in the same demo Azure resource group, called it demo v2. It's succeeded. So now we can go to our resource group. We can go to AzureDemo, and then let's go ahead and exit that. As you can tell, it's right here. We can also go back to virtual machines and see it running. Same thing. We can actually click on it. Again, it's going to provision a public IP so we can actually connect to it. So let's go down to connect. We'll RDP into it. Download the RDP file. Hit open. All right. Again, we use the different account, Azure user, and then it should be the same password as before. As AzureDemo. Okay. We'll hit OK. Don't ask me again. Give it a second. All right. So it's letting us RDP into it. Now let's go ahead and look at the other one. We allowed RDP. All right, so it's also up and running. We can actually go into CMD. Since this one is a free tier, it's going to be a little bit slower. Just give it a second. We'll hit hostname and demo VM1. All right, cool. So it's fully deployed. We can come in here, and if we'd like, we could install the internet services package if we wanted to. We could actually go down here, install it right here. Pretty much it's a full data center package VM. Now we can go to the second one, see if it's done loading. Yep, it's done loading. Let's go ahead and run the same command so you can see that it's the demo VM2. Demo VM2. Awesome. So that's how you run PowerShell scripts to basically deploy quickly to VMs in Azure. Thank you for watching.